Hey everybody, this is Matt with My Model Y Adventure, and I wanted to bring you today a very cool product. My wife and I and our son, we're doing a road trip later this month and again later in the year, and we wanted a way to help keep things cool in the car for the road trip, drinks or yogurt or other things like that. And we wanted to not necessarily use space in the trunk for putting like a large cooler kind of in the back, like just pretend this is a cooler here, occupying space that we could use for our road trip. So that left us with kind of two options, one of which this product is, which is a side fridge that kind of goes down over to here, and then there's another one which is a sub trunk, one that goes underneath here in the sub trunk. We weren't sure if we wanted the sub trunk one, so we picked this one up from Teammate. I'll leave a link down in the description below for this specific model, and a discount code that you can use to save, I think it's 10% from it. But I'm going to walk through kind of this unboxing of the side fridge, how to plug it in. It just uses the 12 or 16 volt kind of outlet that's back there, depending on which Model Y you have. And then I have a temperature kind of thing that I can use to put into the fridge and track what the temperature is and how long it takes to get down to temp actually. So I already cut kind of this red label here. I'm just gonna unbox it. I'm gonna show you what comes inside of it. So it does reference, let me just peel this off of here, kind of the installation steps, which are very nice. There's basically, it's two parts. There's a lower part and then an upper part, and it kind of walks you through the product list of what's in here. It actually even has a quick start guide that shows you through, you have to take out, if you have the privacy screen, if you have anything else in the side, you got to take it out, but you insert everything. So I'll just walk you through visually how to do all of that. So let me get everything unboxed and then show you how to go through the next steps. Okay, so I've taken everything out of the box, and there's in essence the lower part of the fridge, the upper part of the fridge, which has the actual compressor, and then there's a accessory kind of kit in here, which just includes the stuff that you're going to need to actually install the unit. So there's the user manual, and then kind of a decorative plate, and then some pins that you'll need to secure everything. There is a note here, because this does have a compressor, that during shipment or handling everything, the refrigerator may have been upside down, which is not good if you plug it in. So they do say after you basically take everything out of the box, don't plug it in for the first 2 hours. So I have taken the sub trunk. You can see at the lid here. I had kind of some of the instructions reading, I was backwards, but in essence you have this metal kind of bracket right here. This is going to go to the side towards the charging port, and then these two parts are going to be facing towards the inside of the sub trunk. So you can just simply slide it in. It fits right there into position. Let me grab the actual fridge. And this is going to go then with the port. Here, let me kind of move it a little bit so you can see it. It does have a cover on here, so it wasn't damaged during shipping. Just simply unplug that. So let me move the camera a little bit, I think. Well, yeah, let me move the camera a little bit so you can kind of see this being inserted into the plug. I do want to add that there is, you can see kind of going all the way around this unit, this Velcro, which is also going to help hold the fridge into position. So back over here is that port. It's going to just be lifted up. Plug this into here. Oh, there's the camera. Kind of hard to do with one hand. All the way inserted. You can see it actually powered on, counting down. So let me grab those pins that we're going to need to kind of hold everything into position. But in essence, you're going to take the fridge, push it backwards, it's going to lock into position. Let me try to focus back there if it can. The pin, not the pin, the bracket that's back here is going to slide into the fridge and kind of hold that there. So let me grab those pins, and I think I put them behind this part back here. So let me grab those because we're going to need those to secure the fridge. There's spots down here. You can see right here and right here. Those are going to hold the fridge into position. So I've pushed the fridge into position here, and when you open the door, there's a little handle you can push here to open it. But in essence, you want to make sure that when you, if I can move the camera into here, in essence, you want this part, the top, to be flush with the bottom. And then I'm going to grab one of the pins here, and you're going to insert this into the hole here, twist it kind of 90 degrees, and then fold down. Let me grab the other one here. Same thing. I said 90 degrees, but probably just like that. And that pushes down right there. And then they include kind of this little cover here that you can just put on. I wonder if it goes that way. Probably the other way. Just to kind of cover those pieces to make it look a little bit nicer. Included in here is also a shelf that kind of just sits in the position right here. There's like a little lip that this just sits on. And then they also had, I think it's like a microfiber towel that you can use. But let me close the door here. So there is, you can kind of see a power button. Now, on my camera at least, I think it was just the shutter speed. It's not blinking in real life. If I hold the power button down, there we go, just turned on. And then you can set the temperature you want it to be. So I'm going to move this to say 37. And it is in Fahrenheit. So I think it's saying 70 degrees right now. I have, where did I put it here? This Govee monitor I use in my garage to see what the temperature in the garage is. So I'm gonna put this into here. I don't know if you can hear it just kicked on, and you can see kind of the little snow symbol. But I can use this to see and monitor the temperature and get like a handy little chart kind of after the fact. So it's plugged in, powered on, and we're gonna monitor the temperature. It's gonna take a few hours for I'm assuming the fridge to kind of get down to temperature to be able to store things and keep them cold. If you're not familiar with kind of the outlet back here and how it gets power, is if you're not in the vehicle, you need Sentry mode turned on for it to be able to have power. If Sentry mode is not turned on, you're not going to have power to this. It's just a limitation that Tesla has, obviously, so you don't wear down your battery. So I'll be back and checking on this occasionally to see kind of what the temperature is. Right now, I think it is, I don't even have a watch on me. I don't know if this tells me what time it is right now. No, but I think it's around 11 a.m. my time. I'll kind of keep track of everything, of the stats of when I just powered it on, put the temperature down, and be able to track and see actually how long it takes to get from ambient temp, which is around 70 degrees right now, down to where we set it in the 30s. So it's going to be seconds for you, with the video, but the next part will be the next update. So just a quick update. It's been just shy of 2 hours since I plugged this in, and you can see the screen here showing 39 degrees. Just to open it up, I'll pull this out. You can see 39.7. Now it's 0.8 because it's out. But it's taken about 2 hours for this to actually kind of cool down to sub 40 degrees, which is great. I didn't really cover before the space inside, so obviously you can fit something here, But if you take the shelf out, all the way down to the bottom, you have tons of space here. So I'll grab some drinks and stuff to put in there to kind of show what it looks like, and keeping everything nice and cool in there. But so far, this is working awesome. All right, I grabbed a couple of products here. So I just want to see how much this can actually fit in here. So let me take out the thermometer. So I have some bottled water. Three, 4, 5. So those are all kind of fitting in there nicely. And then you still have room for the top. So I have kind of a thing of yogurt here. That might not fit down because of having this cover on here for my trunk. Let me kind of just move this out of the way a little bit so the door can open all the way. So putting this on its side, the big yogurt does work. But you know, maybe you just got, like, here's some cottage cheese. Plenty of room in there. You could also just take the shelf out. Oh, let me move the camera here entirely. And now you can put, you got your yogurt, your cottage cheese, all fits in there. It'll stay nice and cool. Let me take all this out. So another thing I have is, this is half a gallon of milk. Let's see if this fits inside here. Perfect. It just fits right in there. All right, so it's been about 8 hours since I've had the fridge installed in here. Wanted to kind of show, so you can see it's at 39, and the thermometer in here is saying 42. But I did add some waters and they feel cold. You know, not entirely, I think, at 39 or 42, but definitely, you know, if you were on a hot day, it is great to have. So I'll keep an update in the morning and kind of see where things are, but let me put the thermometer back in so I can have the charts and everything for that later. But very happy with kind of the performance. I will say, driving around today, you can definitely hear the fan, you know, either blowing out of here. I'm kind of hoping the mic and the camera will pick that up, the exhaust fan or the fan in there. It is a little bit loud if you're just standing still, you know, or first getting into the car. But then after that, after you get some speed or you got some music, can't even tell it's there. All right, so I wanted to showcase, today's the next day from when I installed the fridge. It's showing 39 degrees and, oh, hit the wrong button, 37.9 in here. And the water, yeah, compared to last night, this is much, much colder than what I would expect it to be. I just had to saturate the cold. I'll overlay on the screen right now kind of a summary from the Govee app showing the temperature from when I was installed till now to kind of showcase how the performance was both when the vehicle is driving and, you know, powered versus when it's just sitting here, you know, in my garage using Sentry mode and the power for that, so you can see if there were any dips. But again, I'll leave the description for this in the link below. The next video I have is actually, because we couldn't decide if we wanted this side trunk fridge or, you know, a fridge that would go down here in the sub trunk. So we have actually one of those on the way too, so I can do kind of a full analysis of that one and then compare the side fridge versus the sub trunk fridge, kind of which one would work better for us, but then help you evaluate for you and your family or your needs, which one would work for you. And then I'm just gonna kind of have the other one returned that we won't need. So I'll be putting out kind of a dedicated video on the sub trunk fridge and then kind of a comparison video between the two. So you'll find a link for this fridge along with a discount code in the description below. And thanks for watching. This was Matt with My Model Y Adventure.